go, 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 go.
Yo.
It's the green machine, gonna rock the town without being seen.
Have you ever seen the turtle get down?
Slamming and jamming to the new swing sound. Yeah, everybody let's move. Vanilla is here with the new jack groove. Gonna rock and roll the place with the power of the Ninja Turtle bass. Iceman, you know I'm not playing. Devastate the show what the turtles are saying.
Ninja rap. Man, I remember going to the movies to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 with my cousins for my birthday. Good times, good times. What's up, League? This is the Week 3 recap, and we'll be going through, some Week 3 tips, and then going over the awards, of course, and then the winners and losers from Week 3 real quick as well. So welcome to Week 3, heading into Week 4. It is Thursday. And let's go ahead and get into it real quick. We'll go over winners and losers from Week 3. So in Week 3, we had the Sad Flute Clan versus AZ Cowboy Fan. And Sad Flute Clan pulls it out 126 to 121. And that came on Monday night. I made the mistake of not starting Justin Herbert, and he had like 55 points. Jalen Hurts pulled me up and out because I really thought I was going to lose. He pulled me up and out, gave me that 34 points that I needed to win that game. I swear to God, I thought I was going to lose that game. I had resigned myself to the fact that I was going to lose, and that I messed up and not put Justin Herbert in. But pulled out. A win is a win is a win, as they say. And I got lucky on that one, AZ Cowboy Fan. I really thought you were going to win that one. Moving on, we have Team Rainmans versus Kung Fu Garza. Looks like Team Rainmans put up a lot of points. 162 to Kung Fu Garza's 133. Team Rainmans coming out with a nice little victory there. And then we had Team J Swint 34 versus Team Seahawkin. Looks like Seahawkin got the best of that game, 175 to 156. We have P-Dub 12 versus Kneel Before Rome. Looks like Kneel Before Rome pulls out the win, 147 to 132. And then we have Team Coming for the Crown versus Big Goobs. And it looks like Team Coming for the Crown gets a nice win, 172 versus Big Goobs' 133. We'll go ahead and go over the team awards here real quick from the Week 3 report. Awards go as follows. Best Manager, J Swin 34, a lineup 95% of their perfect possible lineup, getting 164 points. I'm sorry, of 164 points, they got 156. Worst Manager, P-Dub 12, set the worst lineup and scored only 78% of their perfect possible lineup. Their perfect possible lineup would have got a 169. They got 132. Biggest blowout was Coming for the Crown, beating Big Goobs from 172 to 133. So Coming for the Crown putting up some points this past week. Narrow victory was Sad Flute Clan versus AZ Cowboy Fan. That 126 versus that 121 for AZ Cowboy Fan, just squeaking by. Highest scorer for Week 3 was Seahawkin with 175 points. Lowest scorer was AZ Cowboy Fan with 121 points. Seahawkin overachieved their projection by 9%. And below expectation, AZ Cowboy Fan was predicted to get 165, got 121. QB of the week, Coming for the Crown. Starting the best QB of the week, Mr. Josh Allen, with 64 points. Josh Allen put up 32 out of 43 completions, 358 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 carries for 9 yards, and 1 touchdown. Running back of the week, Seahawkin had the best running back of the week with Najee Harris, getting 23 points. Najee had 14 carries, 40 yards, 14 out of 19 receptions, though, 102 yards, and got a tackle as well. Wide receiver of the week, Rainman started the best wide receiver of the week. Mr. Mike Williams of the Chargers gave him 31 points this past week, which is nice for a wide receiver. It's real nice. 7 out of 9 receptions, 122 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 2-point conversion. Tight end of the week goes to Kung Fu Garza. Started the best tight end of the week, which was Mark Andrews of the Baltimore Ravens, giving him 14 points, 5 out of 7 receptions, 109 yards for Mark Andrews. Defense of the week, Denver Broncos for Rainmans, giving him 37 points. They had 2 interceptions and 5 sacks. 37 points for defense. Real nice, real nice. QB benchwarmer of the week, which I thought it was going to be my guy, but it's actually AZ Cowboy fan, with Matthew Stafford on the bench with 60 points. Matthew Stafford had 27 out of 38 completions, 343 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 carries, and -2 yards. Running back benchwarmer of the week, which was C. Hawkin, had the best running back benchwarmer. Mr. James Robinson had 19 points on the bench. James Robinson had 15 carries, 88 yards, 1 touchdown, 6 out of 6 receptions, and 46 yards. Benchwarmer of the week goes to AZ Cowboy fan as well for the wide receiver position. At 15 points, Jacoby Myers of the New England Patriots. Jacoby Myers had 9 out of 14 receptions, 94 yards. And the tight end benchwarmer of the week, had the best tight end benchwarmer of the week, goes to PW12, Tyler Conklin. 17 points for Tyler Conklin, plays for Minnesota. 7 out of 8 receptions, 70 yards, and 1 touchdown. So that is the weekly report. Those were the awards. Those were the winners and losers. I'm going to go ahead and go over the, let me take a look, go ahead and see where we're standing at as far as the team standings are concerned. I think the team standings are just going to be going by most points scored so far. And that goes to Team J Swint 34, sitting nice at 2-1, 509 points scored so far this year. Seahawk in number 2, also at 2-1, 506 points this year so far. Team Big Goobs at number 3, also 2-1, at 487 points scored so far. Number 4, Kneel Before Rome, at 471 points, also 2-1. And number 5, the Sad Flute Clan, 2-1, 413 points scored so far. Number 6, AZ Cowboy fan, sitting at 1-2, 497 points scored so far. Team Rainmans at number 7 at 1-2, 480 points scored so far. PW12 at number 8, 472 points scored so far, sitting at 1-2. Number 9, Team Coming for the Crown at 1-2 and 435 points scored so far. Last but not least, Kung Fu Garza at 1-2 with 417 points scored so far. I do see a lot of people have been active in free agency, which is what you should be. Always look to improve your team, and I see a lot of people looking to do that. Everybody hopefully still has some fab money to spend on some good players. I see a lot of big spenders out there this past week. And no, it's definitely good. I see a lot of people being active, picking up, some players. It's definitely something you want to do because you want to look to improve your team every week. Every week, you want to look to get better. You want to look to get your wins in. You want to look at your important positions. Make sure you come up on some players that other people might not be looking at, which means you have to research and study, seeing what's been going on as far as the games have been concerned, taking a look at different podcasts that talk about fantasy football, a lot of information there. People go to Twitter, get a lot of information there, but obviously you have the Sleeper app to use as well. You can see what's been trending, you can see who's available, you can see news. So I highly encourage you guys to check that out because a lot of information is at the tip of your fingers. It's all there for you to improve your team. All right, so we're going to go into some tips I got for week 3. And the first tip I have is to focus up and do a deep dive on your team. You want to check, the game logs. You want to check your week 4 matchups, who you're going against, seeing if there's any way you can improve your bench, seeing if any guys are injured, how their injuries are going to affect their playing time, if they're on a pitch count, if they're good to go. Check your team, do a deep dive, focus up, improve your team, maintain your team. These are things that you have to do as an owner in fantasy football. Number 2, I do suggest studying the odds. A lot of pick'ems, if you go to and you just pull it up on any website, but if you go to pick'ems, they will show the odds of the games, how many points are expected to be scored. That will give you an idea of if you have any players on that particular team. That'll help give you an idea of what the possibilities are of your guy getting a lot of points in for the week for you. Because the more points being scored in the game, obviously, the more chances you're expected to score, the more chances your guy might be in there getting some of those points for you to help you win your fantasy week. So I do suggest checking the odds, and they definitely do help give you an idea of what's possible for your team. Doesn't mean it's going to happen because obviously it's fantasy football, but it'll give you an idea of, say, hey, my guy might be getting me some points this week. Help give you that little confidence going into Sunday. And number 3, we're coming up into week 4, soon to be week 5 next week. So I say start looking ahead at your matchups. Look at week 5, look at week 6, get an idea of what you're facing upcoming weeks here, because every week counts. Everything that you can do to make your team better for the upcoming weeks, you should be looking at. You can see if you have a close matchup possibly coming up. Check. I normally like to check the main positions. I normally like to check the quarterback position, running back, and wide receiver. If you don't have that much time, in the day everybody works. If you don't have that much time, just check those main things. Check and say, okay, QB should be good for weeks 5 and 6. Wide receivers, your starters basically. But I like to check those 3 main positions to get an idea of what's possible coming up in weeks 5 and 6. It just helps you research basically. You're doing future research basically by doing something like that, by checking weeks 5 and 6. You're getting yourself future research. That way you don't have to do it week of. You already have an idea in the back of your mind that, hey, this is what I know I have coming up. These are some of the things that I can do to improve my team. Number 4, don't panic and don't give up. We are still early in the season. There is an extra game. There is time to improve. There is time to get better. You just have to maintain and do not give up. A lot of people give up coming up, week 8. You see a lot of people fall off and not pay attention to their teams. But this is your team. You are fighting to get a championship. Everybody's fighting to get a championship. Fantasy football championships feel good. I got one in 2018 in this league. I was very happy with it. I want another one. You know what I mean? And in order to do that, you got to not give up. Throughout the every week counts. You can't give up, no matter what your record is. Even if you're like 3-0, don't relax. Don't take your foot off the gas. Keep up. Don't panic and don't give up. If you are not, perfect, having a perfect record. If you are maybe 0-3 or whatever the case might be, 1-2, don't give up. If you're at the bottom, claw your way up. It's really satisfying to claw your way up out of the bottom to get yourself into a playoff position. I've done it before. Felt really good. I was like, man, you know what I mean? Like, I can overcome whatever fantasy football throws at me because I'm just paying attention and I'm trying to improve every week. And then number 5, don't get lazy. Check your lineups weekly. Don't just let it sit there and be staticky, just not making any moves, not taking any risks, not pulling up a bench player that might be getting you some points. Say your guy's questionable but should still be playing. Maybe they have that guy on the pitch count. Maybe you have somebody on your bench that can fill that position and get you some points for that week. Especially if you're at 0-3 or 1-2, whatever your record might be at this time. You want to always check your lineup because you want to improve it, and you have to take some risks when you're at 0-3 and 1-2. You got to take some risks in order to come up. So those are just some week 3 tips I have for you guys. Definitely having fun watching all this football, man. Going to the Niners-Cardinals game next weekend. Gonna be masked up for show because there's way too many people in that piece. But I mean, masked up. I've been vaccinated, so I'm gonna go and enjoy some up close football. Getting to see my team every year is definitely a blessing. Getting to watch football on Sundays is definitely a great thing. Got the NFL Max going on. With the weather is cooling down. This is it right here, man. We're getting into the thick of it. Gonna try and barbecue this weekend. We got some stuff to barbecue. We just went to Costco. Yep, we did go to Costco. Got some ribs in the freezer there, just chilling, waiting to be ribbed up, barbecued up, cooked up. There we go. And yeah, definitely gonna have a good time. Got some sake and some beer. I don't drink liquor anymore. Just sake, because liquor, I can't do it anymore. I did it, in my 20s. I can't drink liquor anymore. I'm no good at it. I just pass out. So I had to resort to something like sake, which does not give you any hangovers, and it's actually one of the best alcohols that you can drink. I guess it has some minerals in it. I was looking it up. It has minerals and things like that in it. But yeah, I suggest if you're like can't drink liquor anymore because you don't want to get too wasted and have to, you got to work on Monday. I suggest trying some sake and some beer, man. You'll be good. You don't got to drink too much of it, and you won't have yourself feeling like crap in the morning. Sake should pay me for advertising for them. But yo, this has been week 3. This is the commish. Legendz are forever league and sleeper app. I'm out. You guys have a good one. Peace.